What's up, YouTube, man? Got a call with the homies in a few minutes. Oh, and look at that, 3:13 p.m. Oh, universe, you're funny. Anyways, got a call with the homies in a few, and my drinks are getting here, as well as my sugar, because I ran out of sugar to make my tea. I'm just gonna make a quick little 5-minute video. So, a common question I get asked in private as well as on other social media platforms is, why do you use social media so much? I notice you're on Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, even some random. I think one of the guys on this forum recognized me from my channel and asked me that on this forum. It's like, why are you on a random little Naruto forum? How did you find it? And the thing you guys got to realize, man, and this probably isn't, I don't know, that's opinionated. You guys can decide whether or not this is a good or a bad thing. I don't like not knowing stuff. And I practice what I preach. I go straight to the source. For me, social media serves two purposes. One, they're better dating apps than the actual dating apps. Like, I pulled a lot of chicks just off TikTok, Instagram, Discord, just off of that alone. So they're better dating apps than actual dating apps. And you meet a lot of interesting people on social media. But two, and perhaps the biggest reason, is when I'm not outside in real life. See, we've gotten to the point, it's not like how it was 15 years ago where you had real life and then you had the internet, right? And they were kind of separate. In 2024, they're intermingled with each other to a very large degree. So when you're not outside going to the source and observing people in real life, you can be on social media and observe people on the fucking internet. Now, there are some differences. A lot of people on the internet, they do fit the internet stereotype. And there are some differences between these people and people in real life. But one of the similarities that I wanted to cover, wait, am I still recording? Okay, good, I didn't see the timer. But one of the similarities that I wanted to cover between people in real life and on the internet, and why I pretty much use social media as a giant cattle farm to where I can observe the experiments, is because look at this shit, right? So there's a fucking discussion. This forum is a Naruto fight debate forum where people debate matchups. And somewhere towards the middle of this argument, somebody brought up a mistranslation. And consistent with my character, what am I telling the people here to do? To go straight to the source and just translate the shit yourself. Buy a kanji dictionary and just translate the shit yourself, right? Because the thing you guys got to understand, man, even the official translations are often wrong. That's why I tell you people not to just blindly trust certified. It's not just doctors and police officers and judges. It's everything. I've been playing Japanese video games ever since I was like 5 years old. One of the first video games I ever played was Final Fantasy Tactics, which is still my favorite game to this day. Final Fantasy Tactics, Legend of Legaia, Dynasty Warriors, the whole 9 yards, millennial games, right? And those games had a lot of mistranslations that I didn't realize until I started learning the language myself. And these were official mistranslations. So again, the certified professionals that you're paying to translate the shit get the shit wrong, right? So I'm telling these people to go to the source. And again, man, the cattle are universally similar, man, regardless if they're on the internet or regardless if it's real life. Look at how fucking boldly confident they fucking assert some of the shit that they say, right? Thanks, but as you delve deeper into Japanese, you'll realize that not everything is neatly defined in dictionaries. He doesn't even know what a kanji dictionary is, right? I would get up and grab mine in the corner, but I don't got no clothes on, and I don't, whatever. I don't want the video to be taken down. But, he doesn't even know what a kanji dictionary is, okay? A kanji dictionary is not the same as a regular dictionary, okay? A kanji dictionary, it gives you the kanji, the individual character, and then, if it's a proper one, it then gives you the wu, the han, the native, and the name use way of reading the character. Okay? There's other ways to read the character as well. I mean, some kanji got over 30 different ways of reading them, but it basically shows you the character, shows you how to write the character, and shows you how to read that character by itself, as well as when you're conjunctioning it with kata for verbs and adjectives, and with other kanji, right? So this guy doesn't even know what a kanji dictionary is. He thinks I'm talking about a real fucking dictionary, like one that tells you what the words mean and shit. And then he doesn't even know what kata is. So the dude's trying to give me advice and doesn't even know the fucking basics of Japanese. So I attempted to explain it to him, right? Hence why I said grab a kanji dictionary. You'd be learning the kanon yomi, the goon yomi readings, that as well as the native kun yomi readings for the kanji. Now you actually have to know how the Japanese structure works to accurately translate stuff, which if you don't even know what kata is, you've got a long way to go. But that's what the fucking orcaloids do, man. That's like the fucking dude that commented on my short that said I'm confident you don't have a reserved EV charging station. When like not just boldly speaking out of their asses, not knowing what the fuck they're talking about, right? But I've been studying Japanese since I was 15, and I'm not a master at it. I've taken a lot of breaks, but I know my way around the backyard, so to speak. Something you'll find with real-life application is that most official translations are off, sometimes by a little, often by a lot. An infamous example was when there's a character in oh god, one of my items got replaced. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's just some deodorant. Anyways, there's an infamous example in Naruto where the character Killer Bee says that a Jinchuriki who has a bond with his Biju can be awakened from the Genjutsu. This got mistranslated into saying a perfected Jin can't be placed under Genjutsu. Now, if you guys don't watch Naruto, don't worry about what I just said. But it's a pretty big mistranslation, especially when in that scene he gets placed in a Genjutsu. So, but I digress, right? But people don't think about what they fucking read on Google. So, and people have been conditioned to blindly trust certified professionals, not realizing that certified professionals are humans and humans are flawed, perfectly flawed. Everything in the universe is perfectly flawed. That's why you got to go to the source. I'm sounding like a broken record. Let me get through this video. I ain't got much time. But yeah, Japanese is not English. In English, you grab a dictionary and do direct translations. With Japanese, you have to translate each groups of kanji and kata individually. So if you don't even know what kata is, you got to go back to Japanese classes, buddy boy. Or better yet, just get the fuck off Google and just learn the shit yourself, man. That's what it comes down to. And then he says something about Chinese, bro. Listen, man, Chinese can't be compared to Japanese. While both use kanji, Chinese would call it hanji. Japanese uses kata plus kanji for the verbs, as well as kokuji, which Chinese people cannot read unless they've taken Japanese classes themselves. So translating Japanese to English isn't the same as translating Chinese to English, since Japanese use a combination of traditional, simplified, and modified versions of kanji with kata. Oh, and then you have name-use kanji, which I'm not even going to get into. Name-use kanji is a pain in the ass. So some free knowledge about the Japanese language for you guys, right? Go and ask a Chinese person who has not taken any Japanese classes to translate some kokuji for you, and they're going to look at you like you're crazy. So he doesn't even know the difference between kan-on yomi and go-on yomi, the Han and Wu readings. So he says everybody knows that, but he doesn't know that, right? He thinks that Han... Oh my God, who's texting me? Oh, it's just one of the chicks I started talking to. Anyways, telling me she can't call today. That's what's up. Anyways, a lot of people don't know the difference between Han and Wu readings, and they group them all together as Kanon Yomi because that's what Google says to do. See? A lot of people don't know the difference between Han and Wu readings, and they group them all together as Kanon Yomi because that's what Google says to do. See? A lot of people don't know the difference between Han and Wu readings, and they group them all together as Kanon Yomi because that's what Google says to do. See? A lot of people don't know the difference between Han and Wu readings, and they group them all together as Kanon Yomi because that's what Google says to do. See? The differences between somebody who has a PhD in Googleology and Wikipediaing, right? You begin to see their flaws when you interact with somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. Unfortunately, this is the future of humanity, right? Generation A, the one after Generation Z, generation autism, okay? Generation AI, generation fucking Google, Wikipedia. It's gonna get bad, guys. But the main reason I would encourage y'all to have social media is so you can observe these orangutans in their natural habitat and collect lots of data, collect infinite amount of data when you're not outside yourself, right? Now what you do with this data is up to you. Anyways, I gave him one final lesson. I'm not really going to read all of that here, but I gave him some free lunch, a free example, hanashimasu, with shimasu being the kata for this verb, which I used a very simple verb. Hanashimasu just means to speak. You know what I'm saying? I could have also used itemasu, but I wanted to use the more known one. You know, I'm going easy on these people, right? So, and I explained to him that kan and onyomi are quite different because when Japanese began importing the kanji to their country, they had communication with Wu, the Wu kingdom, more than they did with the Han kingdom, especially after the Han Empire failed. So, oh my God. I get it. And as I'm making this fucking video, bro, even though I put in the fucking delivery instructions, if you don't speak English, don't take my order, I keep getting these fucking, I'm not going to go into that. Anyways, where the fuck did I leave off at? But yeah. I use a simple verb to show how it's used with kata. And because, yeah, so that's what I was saying. Because, yeah, when originally Japan had more contact with the Wu Kingdom and not the Han Dynasty. That's why a lot of kanji uses the Wu reading of the character instead of the Han reading of the character. Now, you got to use both because there's different regions in Japan that use different colloquialisms. I'm not going to get into all that here, man, but it's just crazy, man. These people, and it's universal. They confidently talk out of their ass about subjects that they don't even have layman's knowledge on. If you don't even know what kata is, why the fuck are you trying to learn about kanji? You skipped one of the most important basic lessons of the Japanese language, man. And you do have to kind of know the history a little bit, or it's going to get in the way with the more advanced shit later. Anyways, man, that's why I have social media, because it's just an endless experiment on the cattle. You get to observe them in their natural habitat and compare them to their real-life counterparts, man. What you do with the data is up to you. Me personally, man, it all serves a greater purpose. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.